Hello everyone, Mr. Iverson here. Today we're going to look at the Panasonic-HS900. While it might look small, this camera has many exceptional features that make it quite powerful. Let's take a closer look. In each of the camera's gig bags, you'll find a battery for supplying power to the camcorder itself. The battery is placed on the camcorder behind the LCD screen below the viewfinder. Utilize the little arrow on the battery to tell you which direction to slide it on and lock it into place. You'll hear that click once it locks into place. To press the battery release, slide the battery off in the opposite direction to remove it from the camcorder itself. Once the battery is locked into place, you can turn the camcorder power on with the power button right here behind the LCD. Now, the camcorder itself has a built-in sleep feature. So if you actually close the LCD, the camera will go to sleep. It doesn't, however, stop the camcorder from draining power from the battery. So if you're working on an exceptionally long filming project, I would recommend turning the camcorder power off completely to save your battery life. Your SDHC card is loaded behind the LCD screen with this little door. Simply flip down the door and there's a slot at the bottom that will accept your SDHC card with the label facing up. There's a small spring in the back there, so you actually have to push it in so it locks into place. To remove your SDHC card, again engage that spring and it'll pop out and you can remove your SDHC card from the camera. Now, SDHC cards should be formatted or initialized for one type of camera per project. Otherwise, your footage may become compromised. If you have any old footage that you don't need anymore, you should erase it and reformat the card for use on your new project. Now, be careful with this because reformatting a card will totally erase all the footage on the card. On the LCD screen, you'll see a battery level indicator with the amount of time left on the battery, as well as the amount of time left in recording for the SDHC card, which is what this little icon is here. If for some reason you're not set to record to the SDHC card and you're recording to the camera's internal memory, that icon will not be there. It'll be a hard drive icon instead, which looks something like this. It's got three little circles stacked on top of one another. Okay. If you find that you're recording to the internal hard drive of the camera and not your SDHC card, you want to reset that. You go into the menu down here, Menu, and you set Media Select. And for the video media, you want to make sure it's going to the SDHC card and enter. Each of the Panasonic-HS900 gig bags is going to have its own ASDN SMX10 stereo directional microphone that connects to the camera utilizing a 3.5mm stereo plug. These are condenser microphones, meaning they require power. Power is supplied by a AAA battery that's in the barrel of the microphone. You can simply unscrew the barrel of the microphone to expose the battery. If you need a new one or a replacement, you can simply pop it in there and you're good to go. Once the battery is in, you'll need to turn the microphone on. All right, and then slightly above the on-off switch, you'll see these two lines. This is a high-pass, low-pass filter. I'd recommend using just the straight line setting. Okay. Now, the ASDN SMX10 attaches to the camera using a cold shoe and a threaded collar here. The collar has to be all the way up to the top before you can actually put it on the camera. Your directional microphone can then be secured to the Panasonic-HS900 through this little door here where the cold shoe is located. With the collar all the way up on your microphone, you can slide it onto the cold shoe and then secure it, screwing that collar down. With the microphone secured to the camera, you need to still plug it in so the feed will go from the microphone to the camera. The mic port is located just in front of the hand strap here. Okay, there's a microphone port and a headphones port. Microphone port is on the top, so I'm going to plug in my microphone there. And you're always going to want to make sure that you have your headphones or earbuds ready to monitor your sound. So I'll plug those in as well down there. Once the microphone is on, you can turn it on to actually start catching sound. When you plug in your external microphone, you'll notice a window come up on your LCD that says the external mic will partially obstruct image in wide zoom position. Simply click OK, because even though we have the external mic mounted to the top of the camera, in the widest angle, we still don't see it come down into the top of our frame here. All right, if we had a longer barrel on a microphone, it would come into view. All right. Also make note on the LCD of the volume meter that's at the bottom of the screen. The zoom controls are located on the top of the camera, right behind the cold shoe and in front of the viewfinder. You can see the finger control rocker for telephoto or wide-angle zoom right there. The record button is found just to the right of the viewfinder on the back of the camera. Remember that when you press record, to wait at least 5 to 10 seconds for getting pre-roll before you call action, and 5 to 10 seconds of post-roll after cut is called.